Hello everybody and welcome to this Open Saturday event hosted by the International Kriegsspiel Society. We're doing a kind of mock-up of the retreat from, I want to say, Colonia. We're playing the French. We're doing the 2nd Division under Mehmet, and yeah, let's see how this one goes. I've basically already gave my orders for turn 1 already. We're going to be marching along this route and seeing if we can't sneak through the forest. Make sure those British don't kind of see us coming. Yeah, it should be a little fun one. There's going to be quite a busy goings on. We've got our commander, good old Sam Miller, who's playing Marshal Soult. We've got some nice little generals from history. We've got Lefebvre in our division. We've got Jardin and Galois. So hopefully we'll be playing to the ability of those good old famous names. And if not, then that's just the way the cookie crumbles. We don't really know where a lot of the people are, or at least I'm going to play it that way because we're coming on fresh. Or actually, not fresh, but we're coming on into the map, not really aware of where people exactly are. But we had a bit of a discussion in the Discord, and we know that there's probably some French cavalry around here and probably a division around there. So if we sneak through the middle, we'll be fine. But if we were just arriving, we wouldn't know that. Not really. We've coloured in this blue because basically the red players are trying to evacuate and trying to get themselves out to sea, and we're here to stop them. We're here to, well, not only that, push them into the sea, but we'll see what happens. We kind of got given a bit of a description of what we've got. So we've got the 4th, 5th and 6th Swiss, but then you kind of look at the makeup and it's the 122nd, 31st, 47th, 2nd and 3rd. So that's kind of what I've put in. You'll see here, although they're all facing the wrong way. So that's what I've got on my pieces, just to kind of go with the order of battle that is on the scenarios given by the team. So, but with regards to the brigades, we'll just order the brigades to do what they do. It should be first couple of turns should be quite quiet. I think we'll probably only be making it to about there by the 2nd turn, maybe there by the 3rd. So probably won't be seeing much until turn 5. So we'll see what happens. But we've been marching through the night. Our troops are fairly tired, so it's said. We would have liked to have the Swiss up front, but the umpires put the French up front for some reason. We asked them to put the Swiss up front, but it's okay. It'll be fine. They're all infantry. They all got muskets. Who cares? We'll just have to see what happens. And we'll have to see who joins us to watch as we stream this lovely little battle. So we got our kind of unorientated map, but it's all good. We know where we're coming in. We could have came in on the 8th road. We chose to come in on the 9th, and that's all good. But yeah, it should be a good little fun game. Got put on the same team as the legendary Sam Miller and the equally legendary Jan. Let's hope he's going to have a better game than he's than he's having a good campaign in the Red versus Blue. Yeah, let's hope it's going to be a better one. But yeah, we're very much playing the reinforcements. But I think, shielding our movements through here, I don't think the British will realise where we're coming from until the 11th hour, and we'll turn up and save the day, hopefully, and these forests will conceal our movement, and then by the time we get to where we want to go, we'll be hopefully smack bang in the middle of it. But so I mean, I guess from what we know already, we've got some guys there, and maybe along here as well, just kind of guarding the river passes. And as I said, we probably do have some French cavalry sitting around there. How fast we're going to move with our guys being knackered, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see. We'll probably have some supply wagons as well, so we'll kind of use them. Bonk. It's just up for Nick and everyone to run through the system and run through the orders and see what happens. Sometimes the first turn does take a little while to compute as people find their feet, and sometimes these games do take 1 or 2 turns to really get going. But I mean, they've got enough umpires, 5 umpires and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 people and umpire. It's manageable. Actually, it looks like the red team has only got 3 players. So if anyone's watching and wants to maybe join the red player, who knows? Maybe they might have a space for you. But yeah, so this is the situation. So the coalition and the Spanish have been defeated. Now it just falls to us to seal the victory and make this nation of shopkeepers admit their defeat by destroying their army here before it can make its escape. They will sooner come to terms than engage in a ruinous expense of raising another army for a war that does not concern them. Following their defeat at Lugo, the British have gone on a long and ruinous retreat to the coast, beleaguered in cold and brutal storms, as well as the close pursuit of our cavalry. 250 miles later, you have brought them to the bay at Corunna. So we don't actually have a map of Corunna. We're going to use this one. And I'm pretty sure Corunna is facing the Atlantic as well, so it's a bit of a... Actually, I don't know. I can't be sure. But yeah, with their backs against the sea, your own command was badly strung out as well. You have taken a few days to build up your forces and your infantry to arrive. Yesterday, the British transports arrived and they began to take supplies and the injured off. Today is your last opportunity to deal with the enemies for your emperor and their lordly masters. Deal a decisive blow. If your plans aren't foxed by this damn rain, come nightfall, they will begin evacuating their last formations to see. Okay, well, let's oh, there we go. We've got some orders coming in. So yeah, should be good. Got some reports. So yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. 15 minutes a turn, maybe 20. Should be good. It's 11:45. Come on up. Where are we now? Aha, there we go. And we're about there. Splendid. It's a nice little screenshot. So yeah, so we'll move things up. So we're about here. Yeah, so yeah, about 4 or 5 turns. And this is the first time I'm going to be using the dispatch bot. I'm not exactly sure how it exactly works, but we've been kind of given a matrix to what's going on. And funnily enough, they've given me red forces for the Swiss. I don't know if that's going to be confusing if we're playing the Reds. So I've made my guys green. When we get to it, we'll turn around and say, look, maybe you might want to make our guys green. Or, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's what's going on. Maybe we might even send a message to Marshal Salt and tell him that we're here. So we'll use this. So we'll go to Salt from Mehmet, and say the time is 11:45 a.m. Dear General, I have arrived on the 9th Road and am headed eastwards with the forest to mask my movements. I intend to move the junction just north of, what's it going to be called? That's the same height, so junction at 9-5. There we go.
Sorry, Dave. I'm moving out again. Sorry, there's been some confusion for me because there was a confusion with the actual channel. So I got you by accident. We've lost another channel again. So there's something going on here. So I shouldn't be with you, but it keeps jumping into the wrong channel.
That's okay. So, we can always have a chat if you want. You know.
Yeah, I'm only here for an hour and a half. So I'm trying to get the bit that I'm supposed to be doing correct. I keep on messing up, so I'm going to try and move and do it right for a change.
Yeah. That's all good. Anything? Oh, hey Justin.
Dave, you're General Bullet, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, so everyone's the wrong channel. And Shori is still aboard. Okay.
No, because I'm in blue 2, so okay, yeah, so yeah, I see it now. So yeah, blue 3. Oh yeah, because I think what we did was just jump into our respective divisions.
Yes. Yeah, into his channel.
I see. I'll go into blue 3 then.
Thank you.
Hi Dave,
Hello.
your orders are in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, just yeah, same thing. Just keep on marching the route, and yeah, I sent a little dispatch. So yeah, that's all from me.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Cool. Yeah, so we should have been in blue 3 channel, but we were in blue 2 for some reason. I don't know. We sodded that up. It happens. Especially when you're called second division, you know. But yeah, so by turn 3 we should be about here. So yeah, by turn 5 we'll get to this junction. Back to being a walking simulator. Right. So yeah, we heard cannon fire to the north. So we know that there is... Actually, I mean, there could be friendly forces along here. But I guess they're along here. So we'll do it like that. But they could be here, but they're probably here. From the discussions in the Discord earlier, they're more likely there. Actually, it could have been more wise for me to go up that way, but I mean the way things were discussed in the Discord, we thought that maybe this route might be a bit more better. And who knows? Maybe if they hold out, we can hit them in the arse. Maybe by turn 7, we'll see. Yeah, so hold on to your hats in 2.5 hours, everybody. If you're watching this at a later date. Now I just got to find out where I put my lighter. Ah, there it is. Oh, Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer. That would have been good. Although I don't really like Hearts of Iron 4. I know it's on sale this weekend. But, I don't know. I'm more of a 2 and 3 kind of guy. I like all the information. Whereas 4 is a bit too... I don't know. They made it accessible, but... I don't know, I think the lack of real information there is, yeah, it's different. So I didn't bother getting Hearts of Iron 4. Maybe I should have. tomorrow, I think we're going to probably do a quick video on the 40k campaign that I've been running since about February. I think we started. It's coming into the final quarter now. We've had a bit of 2.5 months of one turn and battles to work out and sort out. But yeah, it was an interesting turn for the orcs. Let's just say that. So I'm looking forward to to publishing some of those videos. It was been a fun beginning of the year. But we have learned to come the limitations of the rules that we did for that, because we kind of used the only war system and kind of took the rules for that and made it into more like a Kriegsspiel based kind of thing. And for the most part it worked, but I think it's probably going to be better using squads rather than kind of companies for that one. So yeah. Should be getting another report anytime soon. Actually, we should probably fucking check. How about that? Because sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so nothing's coming yet. Can't just be sitting here getting stoned and forgetting to look at our report screen. Whew. That would be an absolute failure. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. Where was I? It looks like there's not so many umpires at all. Oh no, Felix is okay. Felix is still with us. That's good. Oh dear. It's a pretty cool map though, and I hope this little move to the junction here and through the forest plays off for us. It's a shame that we haven't got any artillery, actually. No division artillery, that kind of sucks. Maybe, does the cavalry have any artillery, I wonder? The horse guns? Let's have a quick look again at this one here. Doesn't seem so, does it? Have I got one set of artillery? And that's under Salt himself. Huh. Man, I wonder if the British are going to hold on to this side of the river. Or if they're just, I don't know, maybe they might want to launch a counter-attack. Like, charge them across the river and just push them off. I don't know, it depends what's over there. I mean... Oh, Simeon was the cavalry, so... Oh, there's only cavalry and stuff. Okay, maybe we are going the wrong way. Whoops. Oh, I thought the cavalry was down south. I don't know. I think maybe there's someone coming in from the north as well, isn't there? I think maybe Jan's coming in from the north. Ugh. It'll be okay though. It's a solid plan to come in from the rear. Who knows? Maybe this road might be open and we'll just take the city. But yeah, I reckon the British are gonna be on this hill here too. It's kind of a cool little position, hey? Like if they ran like that. Yeah, they could be there. Might even be in the forest as well. But yeah, we're going to be bold on this one. If we come up against cavalry, we're just going to go at them. Form square. And just because that's the thing, I think a lot of cavalry players, or at least from what I learned in cavalry, it's 50-50, right? To the type of cavalry play that you're going to get. You do get those guys who like to charge with the cavalry, but some of them treat them more like scouts. And I guess in the Napoleonic era, you've got to treat them like, heavy hitters. But if they form square pretty effectively, then it kind of nullifies it. So I like my chances. Even if we face against cavalry, we're just going to press them. Can't hurt us that much. Let's test it. Let's test it out. Let's be bold. Although it's not great. It's not great ground for cavalry with all those trees and stuff in the way. So maybe, and what, you know, like the light green is kind of like thickets and light forest and stuff. I like our chances coming through this way. Just kind of got to hope that this side of the river does its thing. Although I think there was a plan to move round to the north and occupy up here so we can shoot at ships. I thought that was talked about at one point too. But we'll have to wait and see what Marshal Salt writes back to us. Because we were listening in on the Discord, but I don't think we took a lot of it in. I think I said, you know, too far gone to lead, too far gone to umpire. That's for sure. But yeah, it's been a long week. So we're taking it easy on this Saturday, playing a bit of Kriegsspiel. Do. 12 o'clock, right. So, okay, we're a bit further behind than we thought. So, it's put us there. Slow going. Although he did say the roads are muddy. So, all that rain. But yeah, hopefully will be a surprise. Because they won't know our order of battle. So they might not even expect me coming through the forest. It'll be the best surprise ever. Although it's just so sad that we don't have cannons. Really sad. Fuck. Be perfect. Just this little ridge here. Just oof. Sexy little battery. Poof, poof. Take them out. Oh. Be the best. Oh, Mr. Sam Miller.
Hi, Dave.
Hello.
So, cannon fire from the north has stopped.
Okay.
So, what are your orders at the moment?
Just keep going. Just keep marching the way I said on turn one, and yeah, it's
Perfect.
all good.
Thank you.
Hello, Commander. I have gotten news from 3rd Cavalry Division. They are south at the crossroads and have reported this. I have scouted the enemy left and find it ends short of Gull Kapilnyi. So he's scouted. Okay, yeah. So the enemy left. Ah, look, falls short, right there. Boom. like we said. Nice. Okay, the enemy on his flank bears red and green uniforms. It's the Portuguese, and moves in good order, but is lacking in cavalry. So join them and break through the enemy line if you find a high ground for your artillery. I don't have any. Don't have any, mate. Place it there. Okay. Well, it's funny. So yeah, he kind of knows where we're coming in at, where we're going. So we are going at the right place. They're at the crossroads there. Sure. So we know that there's a division. Boom. There. So we are going in the right place, yeah. So, and he reckons next to them is possibly some Portuguese. So maybe we do want to spend some time taking away these green guys and replacing them with reds so we don't confuse. Yeah, we're just gonna turn these guys to red. Color tint. What's gonna happen if we say red? Yeah, that'll be fine. Or will it? Let's have a look. No, that's not good. Just gonna have to bring in some stuff. Red pieces. Where are you? Red army. That's it, right? Oh no, it's an army piece. Red infantry. Where's red infantry? There we go. No. Stop. There you go. Okay, so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flip them over. And we'll go there in marching column. And just take this. Boom. Boom. No. There we go. Flip, flip, flip. So we could have Swiss versus Portuguese. That'd be kind of cool. Boom. 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 Get rid of them. There we go. Perfect. And then we just want to get search a red brigade. Go. Boom. Splendid. Okay, that's better. Yeah, okay. Join them and break through the enemy line if you find a high ground. Yeah, okay, well, I ain't got no artillery, so yeah, we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll now this is the question. Do we want to have these guys at the front go through the forest, and then the Swiss to go like that. Or do we want the front to go up that way and then the Swiss through the forest? And then, so yeah, so the front maybe goes that way. Maybe to support some cavalry attack, whilst this brigade sits in reserve and the Swiss push on through. So that, yeah, so the front two peel off, attack, second forms a thing, and then we send that through there. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. And then when we take the woods, hopefully we'll end like that. And then with, yeah, nice little outcropping for artillery. Woohoo. And some cavalry guarding our flanks like that. That'll be good. If they've got any horse guns, it's a perfect spot for artillery. If we had some. But we'll see. We'll see what the battle looks like at the end. But that's what we'll do by the time we get there. I reckon so. That's my prediction. Where was Salt? Okay, I don't know. So Yan is with Salt. So yeah, we're in a perfect spot. They won't ever see us coming. But that does mean that the cavalry will see us as soon as we get. Actually, I mean, they might even see us this turn because we're at quite high ground. If you were sitting on a 173 hill, bit of trees, bit of thickets. Would you might do. I'll say no, because that's a way bigger hill. If we're talking meters, that's 40 meters. So they would see us technically about there this turn. They're sitting there. That's the top, so maybe we're talking like 160. If you stand at 160 meters, looking 50 meters uphill, past some trees, at 150. You wouldn't see us. You wouldn't see us. You wouldn't, yeah, unless you're way up here. You'd probably do that, but yeah, you'd have to be way at the top. Because if you were in like at 160, that and trees, and that and more trees, we're good. We're masked. He ain't gonna see us there. He's not gonna see us until we get to those forests, I think. Hoo-hoo. Mrs. Pump House is growing a cactus and it's produced orange flowers when she thought it was supposed to produce red. Oh. It's like, oh really? That's terrible. It's like, I know, I wanted it to produce red, and the cactus has had a colour change. It's like, wow. Riveting Saturdays from Mrs. Pump House. Shocked over the difference between colour orange and the colour red. Whew. Sometimes I wish my life was that simple. That I was surprised over a slight colouring change to your cactus. Just saying. I love her really. Ah, jeez. But I had to ask. I was just like, what species of cactus is it? Maybe we can find out. Maybe it's lacking in nutrients in the soil or something. Or maybe you've watered it too much. So if anyone who's watching this knows anything about cactuses that produce orange flowers, you can tell me what kind of cactus it might be. Let's see. Could be it could be a Peruvian cactus. I'd hazard a guess at Peruvian cactus. Yes, let's have a look. Because it looks similar to a Peruvian cactus. And then maybe it's a bit thinner. And the flowers on it, fucking pretty damn crazy too. This week on Cactus Watch, wonder if there's any podcasts about cactuses. Cactus podcast. In the Defense of Plants podcast. That sounds like a pretty fun podcast, actually. I like the name. In the Defense of Plants. Maybe we can get them to sponsor the next episode. Who knows? Come on, we need another report. Might be there. Yeah. Stick us there. Tell you what. We could start typing out our little orders there. But we'll see. Love it though. You should, if you have any artillery. No artillery, mate. Sorry. I wish we had divisional artillery, but no. So that's Legion. Is that Legion? Le Guerre? What does Le Guerre stand for? Oh, light infantry. And the gear is light infantry. Okay then. Then that does make sense. 122nd. Maybe we should do the 47th line in reserve, and then put the 31st through. Yeah. Light infantry in the forests. That could work. Solid. And maybe then the Swiss can follow in afterwards to properly take it and hold it. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work for sure. I'll have the sweetest surprise for him. Who did I say? I thought Simeon was the cavalry. So why is he sitting in their room? Weird. It's moving. A bit crazy that a courier only takes 15 minutes to go along here. It's a fast rider. Fuck. A lot of orders being given by the British by the looks of things. Maybe we've got the wind up on them already. if we actually will bump into any cavalry at any point. Or maybe the cavalry wouldn't. Would the cavalry try and turn their flank? I mean, they do have dragoons, so dragoons moving around here, shooting from those forests and stuff wouldn't be a bad idea. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Taking them along the coast. A couple of dragoons. Just to turn them away. That'd be pretty handy, I reckon. There we go. Pretty much there. Excellent. So that means next turn we should be like that. Next turn we'd probably be about there. Cool. Perfectly masked. Yeah, so we just marched into the crossroads. And we're going to peel them off. So maybe they don't have any troops there. Just got them there. Just gotta hope they don't got no fucking artillery up there, even though we know they probably have. I reckon we'll get some good light infantry bonuses in those fucking forests. Although maybe the Portuguese could be here already at this, guarding these crossroads. We might encounter them sooner than we think. Because they might be trying to outflank the Cav. Although that would be quite aggressive of them for someone who's been asked to defend. And would they expect me to come this way anyway? Just don't know. Just don't know. Okay, no new letters. No new orders from Marshal Soult. But yeah. Maybe if we don't encounter the enemy, we could call this Marching Simulator Episode 2. The return of the march. Hello Achilles, I'm good. Welcome to Marching Simulator Episode 2. No, it's not so bad. So yeah, the situation is kind of like Colonia. It's we're attacking a force that's trying to defend this settlement here, and then being able to transport themselves off during the night. And we're using this road to mask our movements as best as we can, but we have been told vicariously through Soult to us from the cavalry that the line extends to Gull Canopolonier, possibly around here, but we reckon they're Portuguese, so we should be able to push them off pretty well. And what we're going to do by the time we get to this crossroads is we're going to send the 122nd kind of on an attack through there. We're going to have the 47th line as like a little reserve, and then we're going to have the 31st Ligure, so the 31st Lights, go through the forest and attack like that. So that's what we're doing. If we don't encounter them here, that is. Although we don't expect them to, because they're supposed to be on the defensive. So that's what we're doing. Feel free to come in and have a chat if you want. You know, if you're not too busy. You can be my my little adjutant to bounce ideas off. But yeah, we're like what, on turn 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on turn 4 in an hour, which is not so bad. 15 minutes a turn, fucking perfect. It's what you want. Oh, so yeah, like I said, we should be on time for some action by 7:30. That's if we're not defeated before then, of course, on the other side of the river. But we should be okay. Yeah, we've got the force over there. And I reckon Marshal Soult, played by Sam Miller, he's gonna try and push him off. He's an aggressive one, that one. So he's gonna try and push him off anyway. Achilles says he's somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, heading for Alaska. So if we can get rid of the messages that's coming up through Discord at the moment. So my internet is spotty, but I'm trying to follow your progress. Like the devoted fan that you are. But no, it's sad that you can't come and join us in the Discord for a chat. But on your way to Alaska, that's pretty cool. Oh, I bet they're getting really quite nice long days at the moment as well. It's quite nice. Nothing like coming home drunk at 10:30 at night and it's still light outside. It's the best. Although when I was in Iceland, Achilles, but it got some getting used to that. Yeah, that only kind of like 3 hours of daylight. It was kind of weird, actually. Yeah, it's kind of quite disorientating. I've never been to Iceland or Alaska in the summer, but yeah, it would be quite nice to have those long days. But yeah, and then just kind of move on out over winter. Oh dear. So you're not going to be in Saturday Night Fights then tonight, Achilles? I wonder what they're playing tonight. Do you know? Gotta watch out for that update. Gotta watch out for that update. I'm greedy for it. I'm greedy to get like there and be told a little bit more information, because maybe we might be able to just take a peek through the trees and see more about what's going on that hill, and maybe even see more friendlies over here potentially. It's got me on tender hooks. Unfortunately, Achilles, we have no artillery nor cavalry. There may be a cavalry division over here to our right when we get there, but yeah, so we've only got infantry. We're just a big old infantry division under Mehmet with Jardin, Lefebvre and Galois. So some very nice famous names there. It's 1809. See if we can, I don't know, get Lefebvre killed or something fun. Change the course of history. see if we get any letters from Marshal Salt telling us how things are going. But once we get to the crossroads, I'll send him another little letter. Although, actually, because it may be that we want to put the 122nd along here first. Although I'd rather have them going in, and because having the light infantry and these guys split could split the brigade a bit too much, and then one guy would be out of contact with the other. So maybe having the 122nd there first might be a better idea, and then sending no, that still wouldn't work. Yeah, never mind. We'll see what happens. Saturday Night Fights is finishing up on the ESR game. Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to tune into that. I know they've started a new chain of command as well. I'm yet to catch up on that video either. But I'm going to make them do the Saipan campaign next, I think. Yeah, they did Operation, what do we call it? Operation Martlet under my recommendation. I reckon they should do Saipan. See how they get on, and see if people, as the Japanese, can do any better than I did against D-Day. It's a fun game, but I just didn't know how to play the Japanese. I got absolutely slaughtered. I'm really bad at chain of command. I'm probably the worst at it. So many mechanics to remember. I forget half of the actions, what to do. Aha. Okay. We're at the we're at the crossroads already. Fucking hell. That was quick. We were only here. How the fucking hell. Like, what did they do? Jog? We weren't expecting to get there for at least another fucking turn. We were only going like 4 squares a fucking turn, and all of a sudden we jumped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You jumped up twice. Nick. Well, fucking hell. Right. Someone's jumped us up twice. Surely. We'll ask when he comes in. Maybe he gave us some more because we were going downhill. I mean, that was pretty level though. So maybe maybe they doubled us up because we would go downhill. I don't know. Blind infantry in enemy country. What could go wrong? No, we were told things. We were told things. But yeah, so we do have some cavalry. Maybe they seem a bit spread out though. Like if there's only one block. Weird that. Let's open up and search some blue cavalry. Hell, maybe even some red cav as well. Come on, where are you? It's right, and what do we want? What, red hussars and maybe red dragoons, and what we need. Actually, we don't even know what fucking colour. So, because we're supposed to be red. So, yeah. Right, let's have a look. So he has been fighting because he's got. Well, maybe they're scouts. And his commanders actually come up on here as well. So maybe we're supposed to be going down. But we won't move until we're told. But we'll just shrink it. We'll just shrink that. Something like that. Oh. I'll get the old pen out. So yeah, let's send the 122 that way. Let's send the 47th there, and then the 31st there, like that. But we'll wait for Nick to come back. Although no one's come to see us in 5 minutes. So let's be patient. Let's just be patient. Okay, we'll type out the orders anyway. But I don't want to type out the orders just because I think they've moved us too far. Kitty says it looks like you might have to watch the rest later because the wife has plans. Well, sir, thank you very much for stopping by. Make sure you give it a little bit of a thumbs up if you haven't already. And yeah, come back in an hour and a half if you can. And see what goes on once we've been engaged. Hey, Mog Assassin. Thanks for stopping by, mate. I hope things are well. Well, we won't fuck about. Done. To move up on the right. Yeah, right. In line. 47th. Form a reserve. 31st. To move through the forest. Boom, like that. I think you moved me too far, by the way. See what happens. See what they say back. If anything, if anyone's coming. Why have I got a tag? I don't know. Best not go in there, because it's the enemy team's thing. Strange. Hey Jimmy, thanks for stopping by. So it's kind of like a Coruña type situation where you've got the enemy is defending a population center and they're trying to evacuate troops and basically hold us off till nightfall so they can evacuate properly. The strategy was to try and put some artillery in some good position to maybe shoot at the ships. I don't know if they're going to be too successful with that. Oh, hey Nick, how you doing?
Yeah, fine. Sorry, because an umpire has to leave. Now I have a third player, so I might be a little bit slow.
That's okay. I was just wondering, did you move us too far on the last turn? It looks like it's like.
Don't think so, because you were asking to move up to the crossroad south of Hill 178.
Yeah, but I'm just worried because it almost looks like we've moved too. Yeah, we've moved too many squares from where we were before. I know it was going downhill, but I mean it looks like you've kind of moved us twice.
You are right. What happened? Somebody did move you twice?
Yeah.
Let me check.
I think. Well, I
Okay.
mean, it would make sense if they did, because it looks like you've sped us up quite substantially.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 207. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I don't
okay. I
know.
mean, I just wanted to play fair. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool from you. So yeah, okay. So basically, you will reach
Yeah.
well this crossroad at the next turn,
Yeah.
and I get your new orders.
Uh huh.
For your information, you are joined by the commander of the 3rd Cavalry.
Uh huh.
You can you can
Uh,
spot his unit on the right.
yeah.
It means to the east. Yeah,
Sure.
and yeah, at the moment he well let can you sorry I have to come back. I have to ask a question to the Master
Sure.
Empire.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry.
It's cool, mate. Yeah, I think we fucked that up. I think I fucked up everything up just by coming clean and saying, just you've moved me too far. Yeah, because we were down here. We were down here, and all of a sudden we've jumped a crazy distance. Like, yeah, that's a long distance. Just to be coming up here. We should be about
I
there. Hey, man.
sorry. Yeah, so you are joined by the 3rd Cavalry,
Mhm.
and what the 3rd Cavalry commander can tell you is that he has spotted some enemy cavalry on Hill 171
Okay,
to the northeast of your position.
sure. I thought yeah, I thought there would be some people up there. Cool. How many units?
He could spot 2 squadron,
Okay.
and well, he's waiting for your orders.
Um. So the cavalry commander's waiting for my orders.
Yes, actually, it's a non-player
Right.
command, so
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay. Well.
you can ask him what to do what you want.
So yeah. So basically, I'm going to inform him that I'm going to be putting the 122nd forward. If he can support their advance, and that would be very helpful. And then that's it. He can interpret that how he wants. Just support my advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. Yeah. And then by the time we get up to where we are, yeah, just come back once we get up to speed with what I've asked the 31st and the 122nd and the 47th to do, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Thanks, man.
thanks.
Okay, so we've asked our AI division commander very very loose orders. um, just to kind of support our attack. So yeah, I mean once they get in, he'll just be supporting, and that should work. I mean, if it's only 2 squadrons, that'll be fine. Although he's, yeah, I mean, okay. Maybe I fluffed that one. Maybe I took those orders a bit too easy, because 2 squadrons of cavalry, that's all they see. But then Salt has said that there's people on their flank. Maybe they're here. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. So Jimmy has, as an umpire, yeah. I am happy that we made such progress, but yeah, I mean, I thought I'd just be a little bit honest about it, because yeah, that's jumping up pretty quick. But no, I just couldn't help but notice, because if you watch some of these, Jimmy, what I like to do is I kind of like to plan 2 or 3 turns ahead, so at least I know what's coming up, you know. So I already kind of knew that we weren't going to be reaching the crossroads until like turn like 6 or 7. It's only like turn 5, so I'm like, oh, we've really jumped quite a bit. So yeah, I thought I had to come clean on that one. But I was impressed to how far they got. Yeah, and yeah, just giving that other division commander just a loose command like that, just support my attack, man. And yeah, because he's supposed to be another division commander, so yeah, we're supposed to be about level. Although maybe infantry command takes precedent over cavalry command, I don't know. Maybe we're more senior than him down the line. Who knows? But yeah, Jimmy, I strongly recommend being an umpire. And hell, you know, even join the Discords and get yourself involved. You know, they could always use more hands, especially now Nick is saying that he's managing 3 people. So if you've never umpired and want experience in umpiring, yeah, get on the Discords and help out. It'd be very much appreciated. What kind of force do we have? We have just infantry. So we've got the 122nd line, 42nd line, 31st light infantry, and then we've got some Swiss. Got some Swiss people from Switzerland, Swiss Guard, doing their thing under Lefebvre. So and yeah, and I said at the beginning of this, if we came into contact with any enemy cavalry, I'm going to be really bold, stupid and ambitious and just, you know, keep pushing them. But now I know that we definitely have cavalry support on our right to support us, and there's a sparse amount of enemy cavalry on this hill. I think we should be in a good position. I don't think we're going to be suffering too much. Oh, you're already in. Well, I mean, sure, but what I meant was that, you know, get yourself on the Discord and help out now. So, you know, if you're in the IKS, that's fair enough. But you know, if you've never umpired, now's your chance. If you're not busy. But it's good to have you along for the ride. Oh, actually, maybe I should have asked if he's already been engaged with some of these people. Because, I mean, having like a little block like that, it's kind of makes me worried a bit. That's a shame, Jimmy, but yeah, it's I know how it is. You know, I am not spoilt for time myself these days. I have to kind of ration my gaming a little bit and stuff for work, and work's very busy. And by the time I get back, I'm absolutely knackered, and I just want to mong out and go to bed. But yeah, it's a good little scenario, this. And it's moving well, yeah, because we're on like turn 6 in an hour and a half. It's not so bad. It's moving on at a decent pace, which is really cool. Means the umpires are doing some really great work. Tell you what, I'll just nip to the loo and I'll be right back. Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit quiet on the red versus blue for the last couple of weeks because what had to happen was we had to sort out the St. Praha stuff that was going on a little bit. I mean, hell, you were partial to some of that, and then the military campaign had to catch up as well, and that really only caught up during the week, and now it's my turn to catch up and give people proper reports in October of, you know, basically all the stuff that's gone on, and even deliver some more post. But I mean, it's kind of it's kind of a weird one in the red versus blue campaign, because we're kind of trying to obviously slow it down and stop it to have a proper resolution and a soft reset of the system. But at the moment, we're kind of gearing up for another battle, which, just so happens to be the situation in the military campaign so far. So after which, hopefully there's going to be a resolution, and we can sort out 1806 for everybody. Yeah, it's a bit manic. But in 1806, we're going to introduce this soft reset to the system, make it a bit more streamlined, introduce a few more mechanics with regards to the economy, and also war attrition. I mean, as a person playing as a Vermilion character in the red versus blue campaign there, Jimmy, you can appreciate that Vermilion really took up 75% of the game. So, yeah, lot of stuff to sort out with regards to things, and trying to make it a bit more streamlined for everybody and a bit more structured. So yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good to sort that one out. But I mean, I am running another campaign at the moment, which is just kind of hotting up again as well, which is of course the 40k campaign. But that's in its final quarter as well. So that's going to be coming to an end soon.
Hey Dave. So, well, now you arrive where you should be, and I will for next turn I will use your orders.
Sorry, mate. I literally just went and made myself a cup of tea, and then I heard the. Say that again.
Oh, yeah. So now you are at the position at the crossroad.
Sure.
Just south of Hill 178. And for the next turn, I will use your orders, except if you want to change something.
No, that would be perfect. Yeah, just take my orders the same. I think that'll still work. Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, so that's all good. We're caught up. And actually, you know what I'll do? I'll also have to go back to General and try and find that. And we'll send a thing to Marshal Soult, and then we'll go Mehmet, and time is 12:45. Oh, I have reached the crossroads. Was it at 5-9? Yeah, okay, 5-9 at 5-9 or 9-5 northwest. Okay, that's pretty good. And intend to push northwards through the forest. I have linked up with the cavalry. Okay, so northwest, dun kind of small arms fire. Looks like maybe they've crossed the river. So we're definitely going to be in a good position to see a lot of action, which is going to be good over the next 2 or 3 turns. So don't go away. The red versus blue campaign was a lot of fun, because not only was I umpiring I was being the chaos player for the Zarkina, the Southern Duchy, and also running a few other things on the sides and characters and interactions as well. So yeah, as in the being the umpire, I also had to kind of play as the opponents to four other players. So it was a lot of work. Yeah, it really was a lot of work in the end. It was really fun. But yeah, and being the postman and everything, and making sure things got there on time. The golden pigeon thing really was, there was an actual purpose for it. When I actually missed some communications, and I thought, well, if I can have the reply, it will get back the same way and at the same time as if you had received it the turn before, type of thing. So yeah, that's why I kind of invented the golden pigeon thing. But yeah, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what people do in 1806, and whether some of my things stick or not. Just really trying to improve things. I mean, I know Marshall said, it was kind of like a half-baked campaign to begin with, but I think it did well. It's just when more people start fighting as well, there's more to do on like the military side of things, which led to a few delays near the end. But that's because I like to keep people engaged. Like I like to maybe speed up the action and stuff like that with regards to role playing and stuff, whereas military stuff can be a bit more methodical. And it's not all just playing dice as well. You have to kind of so it's very involved. But no, I'm looking forward to 1806. It's going to be fun. Who knows? Maybe it will be bad weather next year as well. The amount of times I had to introduce bad weather as a thing, just to kind of as an excuse to slow the game down, so things could catch up around. Yeah, everyone had the freedom to do whatever they wanted in that game, and some of the reactions are crazy. I mean, one guy got given a charge of the Navy and just said, I just want to sail to Australia.
Hi, Dave.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm sorry, Dave, but I was looking at the number of you on your picture, and me, it's not clear what is 31st, 47, and 122, because it's not.
So, in my order of battle, right?
Yeah.
I've got the 1st Brigade being the 122nd. So that's what that is. And then the 2nd Brigade should be the 47th and the 31st Lights, no?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, in essence, I want Galois to go the arrow of the 122nd, and Jourdan to carry out 31 and 47.
Okay, and Lefebvre with the 2nd and 3rd Swiss
He
They are moving on the road at the moment, I
yeah,
suppose.
they're just going to move along the road, and once they get to the crossroads, we'll figure out where they're going to be going.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
Sorry to be a pain. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, people had a lot of fun. So yeah, people went off to Australia. You know, there was attempted murders and killings and stuff. I was trying to keep people in the game as well. I didn't want people dropping off. So I didn't particularly like the fact that people were trying to kill other players off. You know, I thought that maybe maybe I shouldn't allow people to be killed as like that. Maybe on the battlefield, sure, but not in meetings and stuff. It has turned out to be a little bit Game of Thrones rather than Kriegsspiel at the moment. But I think that's yeah. But that goes to its credit too, because it shows how people are enjoying it and people are getting invested and stuff. But yeah, I think maybe we're trying to have a bit more Kriegspiel with regards to this rather than just role play. But it's been fun. Oh, okay. So yeah, we confused them and slowed down the game sufficiently enough. So yeah, we'll just have to see what the next report is. But I guess by that time, 122nd, we'll go in there straight at them, and then the 42nd will probably be coming off the road, and then 31st, just like that. If that's the line they're in, but I mean it's kind of hard to tell. Right. So after we sufficiently confused things, let's just wait and have a bit of shortbread and tea, shall we? Yeah, we didn't Didn't really mean to confuse things. Yeah, bored players can maybe be a bit of a problem, Jimmy, but I don't think people were necessarily bored. I think maybe, at least I hope it wasn't boring for some. We tried to keep it as involved as we could. I think some people may have even just dropped out. I know we had one guy drop out from the Zarkina side that really wasn't doing much to begin with either. So I think maybe some people joined with the expectation that there would be a bit more combat rather than politics, I suppose. And also I guess with the freedom for anyone to do whatever they wanted, and you having the responsibility to kind of give them just a reply to these random things, like assassinations and stuff. You do have to kind of maybe offer them that kind of response of being a bit more role play as well. But I enjoyed that though. I did. It was quite fun. And I've actually got quite attached to the Southern Duchy at some point because I could really I could really make them play the umpire in that game, I tell you. I couldn't make it unfair for them, but I could certainly make it as difficult as an opposition would in real life. But I couldn't have ever done anything because I think that would be against the spirit of the game for the umpire to deliberately kind of always want to try and beat the players. But I would have never have really done like a revolution or anything like that. And I mean, the character I was playing, I was going to kill off anyway. But it was quite funny to see how well the Southern Duchy kind of caved to how I was playing. So that was interesting. We had to, because they're kind of like under the vassalization of Blaureich, right? But they're kind of seeking independence. But so are the serfs and peasants underneath them. And I basically gave the basically made them write a constitution to give the peasants the Second Amendment. So most of these people will start to have rifles and muskets. So it's kind of made Southern Duchy have the go from probably the smallest army to potentially the biggest if everyone has a fucking rifle. It'd be impossible to invade, making them a proper Switzerland. But yeah, But yeah, I mean, like I said, that I wouldn't have ever kind of not given like a peasants' revolt or something if they hadn't have got their way. I might have maybe because I mean, what happens then? Like, you have the peasants win, like that's insane. I mean, you don't want necessarily that to happen. You can't be too much of a bugger as the umpire. Or at least I don't try to be. I'm all bark, no bite me. That's how I play. And then what was it? Oh, that was it. And we came up with crazy cousin Solikov for for the Russians, for Zarkina. Yeah, that one was a fun one. Alcoholic Count, cousin Count Sokolov. He was fun. Trying to be a greedy capitalist in Russia underneath the Tsar. That was fun. I'm going to keep him going. That's right, Mog Assassin. You invade the southern duchy, you're going to find a rifle behind every rock. Every blade of grass, there'll be a bullet. Man, there must be a lot of combat going on up to the northwest. We should be arriving just in the nick of time. I don't suppose this cavalry has actually, he said there was 4 blocks there now, didn't he? So we'll count that in. Wonder if they've got any horse guns. That might make things difficult. And the scouting report that we got from Salt was that they had some Portuguese guys on their flank, but he said the flank only went up to there, so I'm expecting there to be Portuguese in the woods. They've got to be there somewhere. But there is a potential that if they have not expected my arrival and things are going a little bit south, northwest of us, they could have maybe pulled out the Portuguese to help out with the fighting over here, because they aren't expecting us. If you have cavalry against cavalry here, you think, okay, we've got them checked. So maybe we might be lucky. I don't think we'll be all that lucky, but oh, James Connolly, yeah. I bet his spirit is having a good time right now. With the Northern Irish elections. Whew. Bet he's loving it. Oh shit! Look at that. Oh, I wanted them in line, but never mind. Okay, we got some skirmishes. Solid. Right. I wanted them in line, but okay, it's okay. It's okay. Right, Mehmet. Stay in there. Where's he put it? Okay, yeah. Interesting. Right. So they're going that way. Jordan is going that way. That's he's done us a solid there, putting the 31st up front. I thought they would be seconds, but I guess not. Excellent. So it's like that, is it? With some, he says, did we get any red infantry out? I guess we did. But yeah, so we've got skirmishers in the woods. Line. Don't. So what we want is orders 37th. Is it 37th? 31st. Push through the forest. On 22nd. Form line and attack north. Uh, 47th. Form line and support the attack north. Attack north.
Hi, Dave.
Hello.
So, one of your brigade is moving north into the woods, and they find enemy skirmishers in the woods, which are now retreating
Ah,
in front
nice.
of your troops.
Excellent. Okay. To the right. Okay, I'm just typing out my orders.
Oh.
And then yeah, and then I'm going to ask the cavalry division to support 120 attack. There we go, and that should be my orders.
Okay, thank you.
Splendid. Right, so what's going to end up happening is boom, 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 boom. They should form line. Boom. Oh, flip, flip, flip. And they should be headed in up north. Joining the attack. These guys should be coming in like that as well. So, like that. Although they're only line infantry, so yeah, we'll see how they get on. They're only light infantry, so these are going to be in line by the that time we get them back, and they should be around here somewhere. Okay, Jourdan is him, right? See, who was... Okay, Galois was in charge of Linny. Jourdan is this guy and that, and then these guys should be coming off like this. Okay. Now the trick is, what do we do with the Swiss? Do we send them around, or do we send them through the forest? I reckon we should send them right. Rather than through the forest. Yeah, because if we can knock off their cavalry, light infantry fights well in the forest. It's good. So yeah, we'll swing right, and jobs are good. Is flanking to the left an option? I don't know. Yeah, I mean we could, but I don't know. I quite like going right. I mean, I know we said that there was a bit of fire coming from the northwest. So we could send them left. But I think if we apply pressure on their cavalry, and follow through, we should be in a good position to take the town. I think we should push on. We should push on the right. Yeah, we'll push on the right rather than the left. Because they could be on, I mean, they should be on the other side of the river by now then. And then, yeah, fuck it, push on the right. Seems to me they've crossed the river, they've already done well, they've already forced a retreat. We just need to push here. And we haven't been asked for support by anyone, so no. We'll stay at the crossroads, because if we move further up, then it might take a courier to further to reach us. Besides, they're only Portuguese. We'll be able to push through for sure. Right, get rid of this lot. should be moving cavalry up here too, so there's chasseurs. Well, we'll just call it cav. Ah. There you go, cav. I don't care what kind of cav they are. Yeah, we'll see if this attack works through the forest and having a bit of cav support on our right. I'm confident that it will do, because give them a nice nasty right hook and then go wandering into town. Am I flanking your messages, Tabernation Fool? No, I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, did you send me a message, did you? I'm going to send you some... Right, okay. No, unfortunately not this time, Termination Fool. Unfortunately, you didn't give me any dick pics. I mean, I know you like to give me dick pics, but normally they're on a Tuesday, right? So you wouldn't want to spoil it. You wouldn't want to spoil me too much by giving me your dick pics on the weekends. I mean, that's, but I did message you back. I didn't realise. What the hell is an Arlene? You're gonna have to tell me. Was it just a mistype? But what you can do there, Termination Full, is give the video a thumbs up, like a good fellow. Right. Still waiting on that report to see how things doing. I can't spoil you too much, Termination Full. Otherwise, you know what happens. You just turn into a brat. Right. Actually, Termination Full, what I can do. You're not home this weekend, are you? You don't want a game of cheeky Diablo after dinner? Do we play the original Diablo 2? Well, we bought the remastered version, but yeah, I mean Diablo 2, one of my all-time favorite games. It's it's perfect in every way. I didn't think much of Diablo 3. I have to admit, I kind of found it a little bit too linear. I didn't think it was half as interesting as the maps on Diablo 2, and the loot was not impressive. Neither was the skills and spells. So I it kind of lost me pretty early. I don't even think I got past the second act in Diablo 3. I picked it up for 2 or 3 nights, and I was like, okay, you know, they brought the butcher back for nostalgia. Took you back to a desert for Act 2, you know, whether it was Luke Ghislaine or not, I can't remember. But yeah, but Diablo 2, that's our baby. Me and Termination Full, you know, going through, you know, searching for those green sets and stuff. I'm on the hunt for the bone snap. I think that weapon is truly amazing. I just love it. It's the best weapon in the game as far as I'm concerned. You know, I know people like swords and what have you, but for me, the bone snap. If I can find that again, and like, you know, in the original Diablo 2, if you wanted to, you know, play online and play other people, you had to log in every 14 days, I think it was. You had to log in, otherwise the character would just be deleted from the servers. I mean, that was, yeah. So once I find the bone snap, I'll be happy. I can die happy. Diablo 1 had its charm. It's just Diablo 1 was fucking hard. You know, and yeah, the whole kind of resurrection spells. And you could, I mean, you could die pretty early. You know, if you didn't come across a resurrection spell, which were rare at the best of times, you'd have it. Yeah, exactly. You had to walk everywhere. There was hardly any fucking waypoints or anything like that. Oh, yeah, it was a right bastard. Yeah, but it definitely had its charm. You know, like all games in the 90s did. Yeah, if it came with a save function, yeah, you were lucky. See if we've got any reports back. I hear there's like supposed to be a Diablo 4 in the mix. And I'm sure that would come with a hell of a lot of variety of weapons and customization options and all sorts. Just imagine the amount of characters you could do. You know, proper DLC characters again. Hell, you could probably even bring in, you know, vampire hunters and pistols if you really wanted. go down the old darkest dungeon kind of route. I think that's why I quite like Darkest Dungeon as well, because that felt very Diablo 2-esque. Man, I've still got my NES up in the loft. Yeah, got the old Zelda as well. That was kind of cool. Duck Hunt, of course. Everyone loves a bit of Duck Hunt. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, bit of a Van Helsing vibe, bit of gothic. Yeah, bit of that gothic kind of dark color. But yeah, I have to agree. I do hope they go back to a bit more of a Diablo 2 kind of setup. But again, you know, it's all about selling it to the kids and making it accessible, right? And also knowing for a fact that people may not necessarily have the same amount of time that they did back then. Ooh, what the old stuff like the old Command and Conquer, that was really cool. What else? A bit of GoldenEye, that was really good as well. I think that the original Quake was on N64 as well. You could play Turok, that was pretty cool. What other ones did we have? Oh, we had tons of... Oh, Worms Armageddon on the N64. Bliss. Pure bliss. What other N64 games? Oh, Lilac Wars. Lilac Wars was a good one. Me and my brother used to beat each other up over Lilac Wars all the fucking time. Because he was never good at it. He was always really rubbish. And I always used to toy with him. And I always wanted to be the tank. What other games were there? Ocarina of Time, of course. That was a good one. South Park, the video game. That was fun. That was quite a funny little multiplayer as well. A chicken sniper gun. Ah, the best. There must be. Oh. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nice! Right. Okay, came in 3 minutes ago. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Pushing in front of the okay, just some skirmishes, yeah. Enemy infantry spotted on... Okay, 2 squadrons on hill. Let's go. Okay, enemy infantry spotted on hill 164. Aha! Right, okay. Then what we'll do is... Tell you what, we'll make them yellow. Make them yellow. Yellow Dragoon, Yellow Hussars. Yellow Infantry. How about that? There we go. So, enemy infantry spotted, huh? Well, well, well. Okay. When Nick comes in, tell him what we need. Oh, they're still moving up. They're still moving up. Holy shit! Right, that's pretty decent. 100 and yeah, cool. They're there.
Hi, Dave.
Hey man, how's it going?
Fine. So you're well. I think you could read the message in your text channel.
Sure.
So the 122nd is reporting they are pushing forward and how do you say this? The skirmisher in front of them are retreating. Which one is it now? It's
Jordan? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Guys in the forest?
yes, it's the one in the forest. It's 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 122nd Gaulois is reporting enemy on hill 164 to the north.
Excellent. Okay, so just tell them all to keep pushing and attacking whilst the Swiss infantry, do exactly that and just take a right and follow the road upwards. And what I'll do is I'll ride up behind the 122nd.
Okay. So the Swiss are moving along the road in column.
Yep, in column. Just keep them going, and just tell everyone to keep pushing, keep attacking, and I'll ride up to the 122nd.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, here we go. So the Swiss going this way, I'm going that way. The guys in the forest look like they're doing a great job. So they'll probably be around there. He'll be marching 1, 2. 1, 2. Something like that, maybe. And yeah, all right, maybe more like that. We'll get there. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah, I've seen it referenced. I know the memes. I know the infamous boss, but I never played it. I never played that one. Super Mario, of course, the one with like the paintings and everything. I can do that, but looks like Marshal Salt is. Okay, he's saying good attack all your forces. Now we have captured a whole division, and most of the enemy troops are facing us at a river. If you come from behind, we settle their faith. Salt. Okay. Maybe we should have gone left. So yeah, he's crossed the river and he says he's captured a division. So great. Hopefully this attack will go well. But yeah, we haven't one. Hang on, what's 187 or 1 hill 164? 164. Which one's 164? 164. 164. Oh yes, that yeah, we did put him in the right place. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I was looking at that one. Oh, I was getting confused. I was confusing myself. Right. Yeah, we've got him. We should have him. We should have him. Maybe we should have sent the Swiss left, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, we should have sent them left. Oh well, fuck it. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? We'll just hope we gotta beat these Portuguese. And hopefully the Portuguese don't have any cannons. Whoops. Yeah. Well, maybe if we can push on and defeat these guys, we can just push on into the town and we win. And then everyone has to surrender anyway. Who knows? Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll send something back to him. Oh, we don't want to go into that one. That's the old YouTube. Blue 2. There we go. Well, we'll say it's a bit late to write something back, but hey ho. Time, we'll say it's 3:30. We'll get that, or 1:30. So we'll get it ready. Oh no. Salt. Time. Dear General. I am launching my attack through the woods and have encountered their rear division at Hill 164 as well as accompanying cavalry. If I can break them here, I may be able to push on the town as well as provoke their rear. There we go. I shall endeavour to update you on my progress. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait one turn before we send that. But it's weird that the couriers seem to be, because if they're on the other side of the river, a courier has to get all the way. I mean, these are kilometre squares, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even on horseback, 5 kilometres in 15 minutes. It's a bit of a speedy horse. But yeah, I think really sending them right does allow us to put some really good pressure on them and defeat this Division 2 and then take it. So we could have sent them left and supported, sure, but the objective should be to move into the town. Which we can do. And whoever's that rear division, I wonder what they're thinking. That's if it's being manned by anyone, of course. Well, thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, I know you're only teasing. It's all good. It's all good, really. Having a bit of banter backwards and forwards. That's permitted here. I mean, you saw how Termination 4 was. I don't know. I mean, I just think like 20 kilometers an hour on a horse, like, you know, you'd be hard pushed across this kind of terrain to have a horse maintain that kind of speed. Right? I think yeah, he'd get there as fast as he could, but he wouldn't be going 20. He'd be, I don't know. It seems a bit too fast for me. I'd probably, I don't know. Maybe it is closer to 15 minutes than say half an hour, but I don't know. I think the jury could probably fall either way on that one. You make a good point. they will be in a pickle. We're and if our cavalry does do well in supporting the attack of the 122nd, and if it doesn't get pushed off itself, yeah, we were told that they didn't have that much cavalry, so we should outnumber them on that front, although we will be going uphill, so it's quite, it looks like quite a steep one actually as well. But yeah, hopefully if we're aggressive we can push them off. Should be getting a report anytime soon. Oh. Right. Do. Nothing new. As soon as we get that report, we're going to send that letter, and hopefully we'll be on quite a good little attack. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Must be a lot of goings on behind over here. Must be. But I think taking the town is probably going to be better in the long run. Because even if they retreat back across the river, if we take the town, it's over. How can they retreat? They're stuck. So yeah, Jimmy, I mean, I guess even from a layman's point of view like mine, I think Napoleonic Cavalry is more traditional kind of cavalry, and they hit harder. They're expected to charge down enemy units more often, whereas in the American Civil War, cavalry was more best used for scouting. And that's because of the type of weapons that they were wielding at the time, right? They were a lot more easy to reload. Some people had a 6-shooter with them, which can, do a lot more damage. Easier to handle, easier to reload. And tactics were changing. It's very. You can see that even today. Like the types of tactics involved, they change so rapidly. Who knows? Maybe. Oh, Nick's back.
Hey, Dave. So, you move forward, and what you could witness is actually the French cavalry charging the enemy cavalry, and both of them retreat.
Okay.
So now you can see north of you on hill 164 enemy infantry, and you can hear in the wood small arm fire. It's not a big exchange of fire, but you can hear. But it's certainly skirmisher exchanging fire. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have the 122nd and the 47th to attack straight north. The Swiss can still keep marching along down the road, and that'll be grand.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you.
So right. So we can have the Swiss come up here. If we need to give them a right hook, we can. But I think with the 31st in the woods here, and us now being here with them in the back, if we push them, jobs are good. But I thought he said there was 4 squadrons. So I don't know. I thought he did say there were 4. I guess there is only 2. But they are under. I thought there was. Are they spent? Is that the one? No. Is that spent? No. Is that spent? No. Oh, that's morale. That's ammo. Manpower. Nope. Never mind. They're spent. So, and he's got 2 blocks of infantry, with 1 over here. Oops. I'll just get rid of that. So stop clicking on it. Yeah, we'll be fine. And where are they? They're just on that corner. And then they're spent. Jobs are good. Yeah, they're the ones that Damon built. I think he did an amazing job. He really did. think we've got them. I don't think they're going to be. I don't think that they're expecting this right hook. And it looks like their line maybe extends like that. So maybe they're trying to flank us. And maybe we're going to wheel as they come up around here. But they're going in. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, as we always do. But yeah, back to the old things. I mean, I guess in Napoleonic era cavalry, you had different types, and I know even in the American Civil War, I think they did kind of start out with Lancer-based stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I think I heard like some kind of myth that one of the Pennsylvania cavalry regiments was still classed as a Lancer regiment. Whether that's bullshit or not, I don't know. In Napoleonic style stuff, you had hussars, chasseurs, lancers, uhlans, and stuff. There was, more of a variety as military operations really expanded, and new ideas were coming in on how to use cavalry. It would be risky for the enemy to do that, but I mean, what else have they got to do other than if they do extend that way, move them over here. And you probably want to protect the rear of these guys, right? So maybe this right hook might work. I mean, it's good that they supported, and we got a good result there. So it looks like the cavalry will be out of action if we push them. So they'll get to around there. But then the cavalry's not going to want to stick around. It's very unlikely. That is a player as well, isn't it? Second. One's in red second, but might be Dukey if he's all on his own. Let's see if we can outsmart the Duke himself. Will it work? next turn we're going to tell Lefebvre to wheel left. And we're going to give him that good old hook. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the terrain out in the American Civil War, yeah, probably didn't favour large cavalry engagements, and they had to be used more as scouts than anything else. And because because of all also the distances involved as well, I think. Yeah, Mark, I think you're right. I mean, when I said kind of wheel round on the right side, that's kind of what I meant. I probably used the wrong terminology for it, but I mean, yeah, it's they will want to form a line and kind of, yeah. I mean, if they've got any cavalry back here, and if they want to charge again, maybe they want to kind of fuse that flank. But I think if we could just, if we can just form a line and then keep pushing, it might might not even give a chance for their cavalry to recover, because it's retreating all the time, and it doesn't get a chance to get a breather. And with regards to spent horses, anyway, I believe the rule is that once they've charged, that's it. You know, they can maybe be used for scouting and maybe to screen and threaten, but I mean, once the horse is spent, the second charge ain't gonna be all that great, because you lose that shock, you know. See if anything's come back. I still don't know why I was tagged in there. I'll have to check after the game. Maybe they were kind of calling for a moderator or an umpire or something. Oh, it's 8 o'clock already. Jesus. Yeah, this game might be called soon. I mean, although it's not unusual to go up for 5 hours, it's not unheard of. But this one has been going on for about 3.5 now. God, time fucking flies. Yeah, first you look, you see there's only about 6, and now all of a sudden it's 8. That doesn't even make sense. It's not like, doesn't even feel like we've done anything. We've only just got here. But we do love our walking simulators. What could equally happen is if they've got 2 divisions and they're happy that they have, that's also something we need to consider, is if I mean, actually no, they captured 1 division, So they can't have a second one to send back. We'll have to see. We'll have to see about news of that one, about how they captured a division. I mean, maybe you meant a brigade rather than a division. I'm a bit short bread now. Does kind of suck though that our own cavalry didn't push. Yeah, they honor was met and they were both spent, and now they're buggering off. I would have liked them to have won a bit more favourably and pushed, but I guess that's what happens if you're going uphill. That's what happens. What did they have? Third. Oh, that's the third brigade, yeah. Franceschi. Got some Hanoverian chasseurs. But you know, I thought okay, yeah, so if the second cavalry is over on the other side of the river. Yeah. The British really were brave then, if that's the case, because they did attack. And then they lost a brigade because of it. Jesus. Yeah, that did. Wow, didn't turn out well for them. But I guess that's the only thing they could do to try and break them, because they were being outnumbered. Punch him before he can punch you. Just check. Nothing yet. Excuse me. Yeah, hopefully those lights can maybe assist. If we, if we don't get a good result with 120 seconds, then we're going to have to remember to ask the 31st to attack in as well. What's going on? If you were sitting there as well, yeah, you'd see the fact that I've got a spare brigade. He probably needs to retreat behind this this river here. If I was him, I wouldn't stay on that. I'd get there. Although, yeah, maybe not. maybe you couldn't, because then that would allow me to attack the rear of them. So yeah, he has to hold. We have to push on. This is make or break time. This could be the winning or losing gambit. Who is red too? Yeah, must just be Dukey.
Good day.
Ah,
Hello.
pulled in.
G'day.
Hello.
Hello. Now, my only apologies to 3rd Division, who have been marching for a long time, but haven't really had much of a taste of battle. But there's been quite a lot happening.
Wait, the game ended?
Yes, we're gonna.
Oh my god.
What is the password?
I didn't shoot a single bullet this entire game.
This is marching simulator, not Kriegsspiel.
That is what it is.
It is, the password is umpire. If you want to see the server and you're on GTS, it is Court Open Saturday. The password is umpire in small letters. Otherwise, I'll just stream. So, yeah, there was a direct conflict over here in the west, west of the creek. So at the starting, let me just save the end state here. And it is, what is the timestamp at the moment? It is 13:30. Cool.
What was the server name called?
Open Saturday. Okay, so there was a battle over here in the west, and through a combination of, well, some luck, but also good use of combined arms, the French were able to reduce the British defence, and then by forcing them into square, and then also hitting with assault columns in a well coordinated attack, the British were able to retaliate by they British lost control of the crossing, unfortunately, which meant that their battered division their third division was essentially captured or wiped out completely. So we see some of their captives over here being interrogated by the French division commander about the order of battle. On this side of the river, a more bold choice. The British did manage to set up a very lethal gun line on this bank of the river and practically dared the French to cross. And the French promptly did. In the turn, the British started pulling back to Corunna, and so their cavalry came swarming across the river, ran down these two batteries, and in heroic combat, the lead element of the dragoons and the gun crews shattered each other in close combat, and so this unit, the lead block was destroyed and basically shattered to run away, and the gun crews were routed and fled, leaving their guns behind. So at this point, looking at the situation, we have the British here in the centre falling back. Now here in the south, the column, where are we? That's column has been marching down this road up to here, where they regrouped at the crossroads and then started forcing back British skirmishers through these woods. Skirmishers initially sent a report back to they'd been attached to the reserve division, so they sent a report to their commander. Unfortunately, their commander had drowned the previous turn trying to swim the river rather than be captured. So we had the 3rd Division commander survived, but didn't really have a division. And the reserve division commander drowned, leaving his entirely intact division leaderless. At which point the 3rd Division, so the reserve division commander was reincarnated a bit later as Sir Baird, who of the 1st Division with the Guard and some of the other very crack British formations. But we've had 2 detachments of the 95th Rifles in the field. Yes, the attack coming from the south, the French got the 3rd Cavalry on board, and so they were supporting each other, and there was a brief cavalry confrontation where both sides were spent in the fighting, except there was one regiment of the French cavalry left, roaming in red uniforms no less, roaming up in the east towards the town, because they were Hanoverian. But the French were able to keep pushing through the woods, despite losing heavy losses to the enemy skirmishers, because the British skirmishers consistently had the upper hand. Just got overwhelmed by numbers and the former troops behind there. Over here in the east, the French army drove up and was able to keep pushing through, and although there hadn't been heavy casualties in either direction, they were able to also drive back the flank brigade that was trying to deny them. In the north, things were harder to see. The attack up here in the top, the Soult came up to check on his 3rd Division. 3rd Division had been doing a flank march through the muddy road, over this creek, along here, and down to here, with finally staging to attack. The division here defending had taken a little while. They had basically fallen back, had played for time, and done a good job at avoiding a decisive engagement, which, seeing what happened to some of the other sides of the battle, may have been the right choice. But they were still in good order and well able to buy time on this bank of the river, and they were aware that the boats were there, so they were prepared to stage defence. overall, I think it was played very well on both sides. I think there was a bit of unfortunate miscoordination around the third British division here, which let the substantial cavalry reserves and the infantry work together to fix them and then reduce them before any reinforcements could come up. But that was partly just bad luck and partly good play on behalf of the French. I think this gun line here was excellent, and when the order was given, I came back and was saying, sort of wide-eyed, like, okay, that was very effective before, but if they're going to start pouring 2 divisions of cavalry across a bridge into the teeth of 5 regiments of disciplined British troops in line, this is going to get very ugly. And then the order came back, British are retreating. Oh,
Yeah.
well, they have a real knack for timing. And that turned out to be the perfect time to do it, because it got cavalry into the rear of the British trying to retreat. When, yeah, maybe you just had a really good feel for the tempo of the battle and when they were going to hold back. So I would have liked to keep playing it, but both because we were about to lose one of our umpires and because it would have been a messy fight through the town back to the boats. At this point, I'm going to call it a moderate French victory. I think the British have lost most of the people they're going to lose. That was devastating, losing the 3rd Division. That said, they won't get everything onto the boats. There's going to be a stage withdrawal onto the boats under constant attack, and possibly losing some of their supplies here to the French cavalry, because there's not really anything between the French cavalry and the supplies. So yeah, the British aren't going to lose many more units, and they will escape with most of their army, but the French will have their victory, and that was what they were attempting to achieve. So well done to all players. I would like to hear from where are we? Felix, can you please let me know your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think I have very much. Yeah, it was unfortunate that Dookie had some problem with his connection or something. He wasn't there for one turn, and that was exactly when the enemy showed up. So he basically came back to his division being smashed already against the river. So it was basically too late to retreat at that point. I think the skirmishers in the forest in the south, they weren't really decisive in the end, but they did a good job there, and I think that was a good play. And other than that, I don't think I have any further remarks.
Excellent. Nick, and thank you for coming, Nick. It was very good having you on board.
It's nothing. The same. I don't have much to add to what you said. Unfortunately for Shiro, well, he was not able to attend a fight. And in the south, Dave, worked also for a long time, but when he reached the enemy, he was very aggressive to try to push them away. So yeah, good play.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you. Commanders. So I'd like to hear Sam.
Well, yeah. So the idea about the combined attack with the cavalry and infantry was Jan's idea, so credits to him. Yeah, our plan was rather basic, I think. Like, we tried to converge on the city from all sides, from the north and south. But once we had captured that one division, we were at the river, and it was like our face off, and we just shot that with cannons, and 10 the British are like right now they are retreating, and then we decided to attack it once again, not let them flee.
Excellent. And Jen, the side commander of the British.
Yeah, there was a couple of crucial mistakes. The first mistake was that I think pretty much our whole team missed the crucial line that said we wouldn't be able to cross the rivers unless we were using bridges. So we anticipated that the third division would be able to move, wouldn't have to take that bridge at 1:30 to get into the town. Um, so when they started getting attacked, uh, I mean, when I went up to them, I thought they would be okay, because I could only see two divisions, enemy divisions there. I saw a decent amount of artillery, and I knew there was cavalry to the south. So I underestimated how many forces the enemy had to there. Like when the cavalry came, I was like, that's like when I went up north and then I came back down and I was like, oh, the third division is gone. Um, because like I saw the cavalry all over them. I saw they were in squares, and I saw that they couldn't cross over the river that we thought would be their line of retreat. So they had to move completely out of where we thought they would be. And the other big issue was I ordered the first division to move west in the first turn, and that never happened. And then so then cavalry showed up to the south, so I ordered them to hold the center of the town, and those two turns greatly delayed them in being able to assist the third division in their retreat. Um, so yeah, there was a lot of fog of war on the British side that I think ultimately screwed us over. Oh, and also I just apparently don't understand how artillery works. So I thought they would be able to shoot from where they were, and apparently that wasn't the case. So
I mean, they did at one point. They shot devastatingly. It was like all the odds were against them, but no, they shot straight over everyone's backs and plowed into the French on the other side. It was just the
oh
following round. They then had friendly fire.
yeah,
Yeah.
well they tried.
Yep.
um, I think when we heard there was a column to the south, I think it got us. At this point, I was like frustrated and a little frantic, and there was a lot of chain of command issues because of switching players around. So I think, in hindsight, I don't think I would have ordered the first division to pull back. It wasn't my original intention to, but I think there was a lot of um, I think psychologically the British were ready to start pulling back. So that's kind of what happened. My initial intention was to hold them there, so it would have been cool if they had fucking massacred that cavalry. But it's how it goes sometimes.
Yep.
Cavalry went only in the because we saw you retreating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pulled them back, and we actually expected you to stay there. We were a bit unsure why you reinforced to the river. Our plan was just to stay back and shoot you down with our artillery, but when we saw you retreating, I sent in all my cavalry.
That's why we started retreating, is because we didn't want to get blasted by the artillery.
Yeah.
But the reason we pulled our troops up there was because I knew you had at least two divisions of infantry there, and if you made that crossing, we would have been done. We would have been doomed. You would have taken our center. If we didn't stop you from taking that bridge, it would have been over. We would have had the reserve division to the south would have been completely out of position. The division to the north was much farther north, so it would have been disastrous if you guys had taken that bridge 2 turns earlier than you did.
All right then. Any other comments? Anyone else would like to add some points?
Can we? Okay, I'm not willing to admit defeat because I didn't shoot a single bullet. I was in the North British side. Can we
Your army was completely intact, yes?
Yeah, so I'm the winner. Can we do a part 2? Honestly.
I've saved the state. We could continue from a future point.
Yeah, just like a little bit reformed. like a proper. I mean, you have to like the British have to hold until like a specific time, but the French, with their superior numbers and artillery and cavalry and everything, can have to beat them before they retreat.
Yeah, I mean it's 1:30 at this point, so I guess we moved to 1:45. So you would have 4.5 more hours. But yes,
Yeah.
in theory.
I really want to do a part 2.
I'm okay with not doing a part 2 personally. I think your assessment of the victory is accurate.
It was walking simulator for me, so yes, I want the part 2.
I was waiting for you this entire time, just to get to me.
You kept on retreating over and over and over. There was so much I
We did once.
Sometimes
After the center failed.
sometimes though you don't necessarily need a part 2. You can.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
And now we've seen everything, so
Yeah, well, exactly,
I'm
and you can kind of, think about stuff that could have happened and entertain yourself
Maybe
that way.
Like I do have the starting save, so perhaps either we or someone else can run the start, and I can either help run it or play it.
I'd love to play by the French. I love playing the attacker.
I mean, I'll say this about, whether there should be a part 2 or not. Just saying, sometimes battles look like a route in one direction, and then it turns into a route the other, so,
Yeah, I don't feel like we're routing. I just think it's going to be, like you described, it's going to be a slug in the town, and a lot more British people are going to die. And the French might get a black eye, but we didn't do enough damage to the French to not push them back.
I'm not gonna say like, yeah, you guys should do a part 2. Just saying it's, it would be interesting. Like most of the Kriegsspiels, I feel like we do always tend to be like, move into contact, and then once it looks like it's pushing one way, then we call it. But, sometimes like a Dunkirk type situation would be interesting to do also, like it isn't necessary for both sides to have an equal chance to win. Maybe it's just one side is trying to not lose as bad as they could, Or
Yeah, and I'd have I've survived a Antietam scenario, but I would have I'd enjoyed playing one of those. In fact, I'd enjoyed playing in any of the scenarios I've been running lately. So if anyone wants to take one of those and subject players, including myself, to them, I'd really enjoy taking a hand.
Actually, one question. So I'm not really sure how you would see that most of the British troops would could still escape, since we are very close to them, and like they can't fight and at the same time go on the ships, so they would have to.
Well, that's the thing.
leave
Like, it's
some
going
time.
to be a stage withdrawal. They're not everyone is going to escape. They're not going to lose any more divisions, but you're not on top of them. You're close to them here in the south, but they still order defense. You're close-ish in the north, but they still order defense. Here you've got the cavalry, but they're on the other side of the bank. You've carried the crossing, but you'll be disordered getting across that river. Now they can't get back to stop you. They can't stop you from getting back over there. But what they can do is you're not going to be able to stop them getting into the town. And once they're in there, they'll get some things on the boats. Their desired goal was to, if they could hold till nightfall, then they could pull out during the darkness. And that's not going to happen, because they're going to have to withdraw in daylight, which will be tricky. And you'll be able to press them, and basically when they withdraw a critical mass out, then you can dogpile and overrun what's left, unless they gun down their own units with naval gunnery trying to stop you.
I'm very familiar with what's like the max elevation a ship of the line could shoot, because those bluffs look pretty high off the
Well, according to our resident Poseidon, they couldn't quite hit up here, but they could hit up to about here or here, but they could also hit up to about here, because this is the flatter side over here. So anywhere around there, or up to about here on the side, on the upswell.
Thanks for running the game, guys. I'm gonna head out. It was a good time.
Yeah.
No problems.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
So the British in the end did retreat.
Yeah, the British did retreat, but
It's a British victory.
the British got a
No,
play.
it's a Brit. You don't have to say anything else. It's a British victory. Mission
Well, let's
accomplished.
Don't you see?
Don't you see the Swiss cutting you off here?
When they get home,
No. Ignore that. And my arm is to the north. Ignore my allies. I'm escaping.
we'll definitely claim a victory. Both sides will definitely claim a victory when they get home. Yes. The British will
You
say,
mean-
"We got out with our army intact." The French will
On
go,
my
"We beat the
side,
British."
I'm the only one that can claim victory. Because I'm so close to the boats already. I can just escape.
We captured a complete brigade, so I think we are already on top of the historical outlook.
Yeah, definitely better than you did historically.
Yeah.
Historically,
Well,
the British took losses but drove you off. So yeah, that was never close.
they had better terrain, like since they were not attacked from all sides, just from one side. So I think it was more difficult.
I mean, yes and no. Yes, but you could also use your internal lines. Theo made a point about how he wasn't actually engaged in the north, but that's true. You could have left the flank brigade up in the north and tried to play for time there while bringing multiple divisions down to fight here. It's also the weather effect was not necessarily part of the scenario. It was just the weather we happened to roll for at this time. So if it had been drier, then you could have easily crossed the creeks. Might have been very different.
Couldn't have fight it in the north. My flank on the left was completely open after the third army got completely annihilated. I had to retreat. Yeah.
And historically, they did retreat at night. if
Yes,
I remember
historically
right.
they held until nightfall and then they withdrew in the darkness.
British victory. Yes. No, it is.
Yeah, at least you don't get all your troops out, because I think like the rearguard units will
No.
probably die.
Here's the thing: all the British in the town, they're dead. My teammates, they're gone. But my troops up to the north, they all escaped. That's the thing. So it's a victory for me.
But did the British have like a shadow when the ships will arrive, or
The British have what, sorry?
like did they get a time when the ships would arrive, or were the ships already there?
So when the British first got here, on the 11th, ships weren't there at all. And then the cavalry showed up, and then more of infantry. Then the infantry started to show up, and then the ships finally showed up on the 15th. I put it in the briefing because it was just interesting how it went. There was like only a handful of ships here, but the morning of the 15th, the ships showed up, and they pulled the wounded and a lot of supplies aboard, and then the French had to attack on the 16th, or else the British were just going to go. And so the British had lost a lot of their horses in the long retreat, so that's why they were so low on cavalry, because their best cavalry was on the only horses they had left. But it also meant that the British had a few days to feed their starving, straggling army, whereas the French were basically going into the fight as soon as they arrived. The cavalry had been there early, but the cavalry couldn't break into the town, so it was the infantry that was coming up and then getting committed to fight.
Yeah, technically the British could have also just hold the line at the creek here, and like here, so that we don't get artillery to shoot at their ships, and somewhere around here, like the forest.
They do have artillery. They do have artillery